Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Session 1 Interlude Part 1. We have a full house this time. Amana, Asteri, Haka, Rayna, Sourdough, and Vulen. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
This is essentially like sort of a side session where we go through like side content, aren't really conducive to like the main plot, but are still important nonetheless. So we decided to, like record it and archive it for your perusal and also your enjoyment. So going through the itinerary of last
Sourdough has been
time.
arrested and Ruben is now homeless.
Yes, true, 100%.
Breaking me out of prison.
Sourdough Breakout DLC when?
When Sourdough coming to Payday 3.
Don't give Starbreeze any ideas. They're very
Wait,
desperate
we're
as
robbing
is.
a bank? Isn't that illegal? Aren't we not supposed to do that?
So,
We're venturing a bank. We're venturing a bank.
We're
eventually a bank, Tommy.
Keep up. Bang.
Sourdough, you need to stop acting dumb.
Don't act dumb.
The thermal drill, go get it.
Okay, we're good? Are we good?
No.
Anyway, so going through the itinerary, I posted the loot that you guys acquired from the warehouse raid. I will go through it. For a total to split between the party is 23 scraps, 17 silver coins, 1 cloth, 7 metals, 3 gunpowder, 5 pistol bullets, 2 rifle bullets, 4 minor magical materials, and 12 broken blood moon masks. This also adds to the additional 50 blood moon masks that you guys acquired. So that would be around 62 broken blood moon masks if my math doesn't fail me, which it often does.
Gosh, what are we gonna do with all of these masks?
You could probably sell them, or maybe there's something you can do with them.
Wouldn't that be endorsing people to commit more crimes?
Well, I mean, they're broken, so they can't really wear them that well.
From what I recollect, we're gonna be eventually. This is just me predicting, but at some point we're probably gonna need disguises.
Maybe. This is essentially your downtime. You guys are free to explore the Empire and go wherever you please.
Let's go back to the Earth fracture.
No. Anywhere inside the capital, Sourdough.
I want to go back.
I want to go back. This place is way too scary.
It's okay with people. I just want a couple of the masks, broken masks, and maybe one unbroken mask.
There are no unbroken masks. They're all broken.
Yeah.
Unless
I want enough broken masks to make a full mask. That's good.
Okay.
What's the point of the mask?
That's
I
how
think
that
we're gonna
works.
be.
So I think I'll definitely take the pistol bullets, unless if anyone else is going to use them.
You need
No,
them.
Yeah, you definitely do need
them.
Wow, the gunslinger needing bullets. Unheard of.
I mean, I was thinking of taking the magical legions.
No, the minor magical material. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, damn.
We might be finding out mechanics today too for crafting.
Yes.
Alright.
During your downtime, you guys can craft things, and that is using your cooking and crafting. Cooking is obviously for cooking food, and crafting is for crafting items. With that out of the way, you guys can also explore the Third Ring Bazaar, Guild Town, the Forbidden Court, and the Empyrean Library.
Anyone want to go to Bazaar?
I would like to go to the bazaar at some point, but I do have a mission to drop off the tablets that I got during my one-shot to the Imperium Library.
Yeah.
Do you want an escort?
Anyone?
Holland is actually interested on going both to the library and to talking with Sourdough.
How about this? We can all meet for the eat around whatever time in the meal, whatever time of day it is, and
whatever time is mealtime.
What's at the library?
So, the Empyrean Library is a national archive where relics and recordings from all over Aoth are kept, categorized, and studied.
Oh,
The Declaration of Independence.
It's essentially a repository of all Empyrean knowledge.
It's like Library of Congress, kind of.
Yes.
All right, I'll definitely look at the library. I haven't been here in 10 years.
So
we'll
that's
have to read.
We'll have to. You didn't know how to read, right?
I never learned how to
I'll have picture
read.
books, probably.
Over the years, I have lost my strength, but when I lost in strength, I've gained in power.
There's the old adage, you traded youth for experience.
I mean, you look pretty good for your age.
Oh, thank you.
So everybody wants to go to the library?
Everyone is
Yeah.
library time.
Okay, well,
Zay.
so
It's not hard when you got a library
card. The Empress essentially gave you full blessing to go to the library. So,
Herbie.
I'll go wherever the legendary hero Haka goes.
yes.
Oh.
And my character is actually going to go to Sourdough and just go,
Uh-huh.
excuse me, so you built Ruben, was it? Points at
Yeah.
Okay, so would you be able to repair this? Bolin's going to dig into his bag and pull out the broken vortex palm glove and show it to you.
Oh, maybe. Do you remember what it did before it did this? And I'll like wave around the broken husk.
It would suck things up. I bought it from a guy that was trying to suck things up and blow me.
Oh. Was he
love it.
like a house cleaner or something? Was it a vacuum cleaner?
Oh, no, he was a cat person like you. It was a very
Oh.
strange encounter.
You have very specific needs.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I punched him in the face several times.
Is that palm going to be on your right hand or your left?
Fang Homa hand, of course, so that my Fang Homa never misses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I can definitely try. And I will just like shuffle it into me bag.
Okay, so I'm handing you the broken vortex palm glove.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually have stats on that, so you can try and do the crafting check, the appropriate materials, once you analyze what exactly is it.
Of course. I will probably end up doing that after we pay our little visit to the library.
All right. So while you're there, the party can research and find any relevant documentation or subject, giving them an advantage in history, religion, nature, and arcana skill checks. Additionally, if players wish to learn a language, if they study in the Empyrean Library, they can add their proficiency to the number of language points that they learn, or in their language fragments.
So we can learn more languages.
Well, you can learn languages faster here, which makes
Okay.
sense, because it's a library. Haka, as you walk in, you are met with a very familiar blonde-haired elf woman, adorned with white and gold robes. It is in fact one of the previous NPC party members, Hildegard, once a priestess, now the head librarian.
Hildegard, it's been years.
She smiles as she gives you a nice, deep hug. It's been a very long time, Haka. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
After 9 years in development, hopefully it was worth the wait.
That's sort of how it feels making this podcast, huh?
Oh.
Welcome to the Empyrean Library. I am Head Librarian Hildegard. The Empress has told me that you are given basic access to the Empyrean Library and all of its needs. I'm willing to aid you in whatever you need. How may I help you?
Yeah, I have something to drop off to you guys. And I'll come up and... These are like tablets, right? It's been a while since the one.
They were a series of tablets, but the most important thing is the new magical device that you acquired.
Yes, I'm going to like dig all of these out of my bag and like lay all of them on the counter. The Tsarina said you would be interested in these.
Yes. She sort of looks over. If you remember the description of the new magical device, it essentially made like musical like hum if the metal bits were like ringing in harmony as it sort of rhythmically flowed in and out like a heartbeat.
Yeah.
She sort of looks at it, very curious on what it is like, this will be a very nice addition to our curio selection. This will probably take a long time to study. Curios like this are only handled by our most trusted library colleagues. You'll need to take an aptitude test in order to have access to these.
Okay, I'll take it.
Good. I will set up an appointment for that. In the meantime, you are free to browse and peruse the copies inside our archives.
Neat.
So you guys are given essentially like basic access. You guys can have like description from curio holders, copies of like ancient scripts and tomes, things like that.
How long do y'all want to spend in the library?
How long do you think you'll need?
So I did what I came here for already. I was just turning those in. But I figure if I could find like a quiet, out-of-the-way table, now that Vulen has given me this weird little glove, I could take a look at it.
All right.
Vulen is actually going to look around and just go, do you have any books on either learning the Elvish language or Orc language?
Ah, yes, there should be some scrolls on linguistic traditions of the Okresh and the Nixon tradition. I shall go get them. Please wait one moment, as she sort of like, walks to go and search for them.
You know, I am fluent in both.
Oh, I
Okresh and
could speak Orcish too.
Oh.
Oh, in that case, I might ask you on our trip to teach me more of the languages. Right now, I only know 5, so...
I know Draconic, I know Nedu, I know Orcish, I know Halfling, and I can read Draconic.
The last bit should probably perk your ears a little bit. It's like, wait, what?
You know Draconic.
Yeah, no, it was on a bunch of ruins that I was going over, so I can't speak it because, like, there's no pronunciation guides anywhere, but I can read a good chunk of it.
I've also studied a bit of Draconic since
Ooh.
my adventures.
Oh, neat. Maybe we could trade notes or something sometime.
You know, not many people know about this, but I met the last dragon.
Oh, really? I thought
On
they were.
my
Where is he?
That's the thing. That I do not know. For the thing he mostly desired was to be the last of his kind, to be left alone after everything that had been done to him.
Oh, we should go find him. We should trade notes.
He's strong.
We should not.
Is he strong? Can I fight him?
There is a reason why he wants to be left alone. And
I mean,
while knowledge is something that you do seek for your safety utmost, it is best to leave a creature that wants to be left alone alone.
if he's the last of his kind, I bet he's really lonely.
Yes, but he does not want the company of us mortals, especially after what the cult did to him.
What do you mean? He's mortal too. All of them died.
He is the last of his kind, but he has greater longevity than any of us. He will live for a long time. A very, very long time.
Well, then that gives us plenty of time to go see him.
He really wants to see this dragon.
God.
You fought a dragon?
No. No. Thank goodness we didn't have to. We were able to free the dragon and slay the cult that was trying to use and abuse him.
Whoa,
They
had-
an alt?
Yes, an old cult that is now long dead.
Are they strong?
They
If they're all
plenty-
dead, then probably not.
They were plenty in number. They were capable of using new magic, and they used it in the most monstrous of ways. They created all sorts of monsters, and I met many sorts of beings while encountering them. It's something I don't necessarily want to see ever again. Most people shouldn't have to.
You hear from across the table Hildegard placing down a couple of books for Vulen's request, and she just looks to you, Haka, and is like, on that, we can agree. She was like subtly eavesdropping while she was looking for the books.
Can Rayna turn to Haka?
Oh no.
Permission to fangirl over legendary hero Hildegard.
I didn't know you needed permission to do that, Hildegard says.
Is she strong?
Yeah.
Was greatest among us back in the day.
Among Us.
Stop.
Oh no. I wasn't even trying.
She was a little bit sus at the beginning, but, she grew out of it. Sourdough, while this is happening, can you please roll an Arcana check, and you get an advantage because you're inside the library.
That is going to be an 18, which is really good because the 2 dice I rolled, the other one was a crit fail.
Very good. Cross-checking a couple of archive thematics, this was essentially a relatively new invention called the Arcane Vortex Palm. It's a special new magic rune that has the power to grab enemies to you. On a bonus action, if a target fails the dexterity save of a 12, then they will be dragged 5 feet in front of the user. The vortex can grab up 1 to medium-sized creature or 3 smaller creatures or items. The wearer must have 1 free hand open to use this ability.
Neat.
So that's what it is.
Did I figure out what I need to fix it?
It was broken, so most of the new magic filaments has been, lodged out. So 2 minor magical components and also, 4 scrap should be able to fix it.
I'll waddle back over to Rayna as she's, fangirling over what's going on. And it's like, hey, do you still have all that stuff that we got after we raided that warehouse?
Yeah, I should. Why?
Can I have some of it? And I hold up the broken glove.
What do you need?
I'll need 4 scraps and 2 little magical components.
Okay, well, we had 23 from this outing in the cool warehouse, and I can give you my 2 minor magical components.
Okay, thank you. I will take these in hand and eagerly shuffle over to a table to get to work.
All right. Vulen, can you roll a 1d4?
Oh no.
Plus intelligence?
Yes, plus your intelligence, plus your proficiency, since you are within the library.
7.
You acquire 7 language fragments. Language fragments, over time, players can learn new languages. During their downtime, characters can go and study new languages. During this time, players roll a 1d4 plus their intelligence modifier to learn a new language. The roll results how many language fragments are earned. A new language is understood in the basic tier once 10 fragments are gained. 20 fragments are needed for players to gain an advantage tier knowledge of an already known language. So, you have acquired 7 language fragments during this time of learning. Which one would you like to apply it to? Elven or Orcish?
I already have Elven, and it seems like most of the party has Orcish.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually going to put it towards Elven because they already said that they'll teach me on the road.
Yep, we'll just do Thalovin, and that is the majority language of elves. So, with that, you guys do a little bit of learning.
If Asteri wants to learn a language, I do the same thing.
Yes, you can do that as well.
And I was going to roll for a crafting check to fix up the glove.
Yep, please do.
That will be a 26.
Okay, the bar to entry wasn't really that high, considering the fact that most of the vortex palm is still there. All you had to do was just essentially cross a few, new magical rune veins, put the scraps in, the gaps that were broken, and hey presto, you now have a fully functioning arcane vortex palm.
And I will shuffle back over to Vulen and go, here you go. I think it should be fine now.
That was fast.
Hildegard immediately says, I advise not testing any of that inside the library. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah,
Fine.
no, we'll go out before you do it.
Yeah,
Right.
I got a 5 for my knowledge scraps.
Okay, so you acquire 5 language fragments. Where would you like to apply them?
Draconic, just because I want to cross-check what they say.
Okay, well, add 7 to that. Also, Vulen, make sure to put a note on where exactly your language fragments are allocated to.
Yep. Because I already have the language of Thalovin, because I'm a high elf, does that mean that the points aren't going towards the advanced language?
Yes, so you will need to get 20 of those in order to get an advanced knowledge of Thalovin.
Okay.
Would anybody else like to do anything in the library before we move on?
Can I fangirl over Hildegard?
You have already been fangirling over Hildegard. She is very confused,
Yes, but
nervous,
in
and
character.
anxious right about now.
Yes, but in character. Oh, this is Rayna.
Pleasure to meet you, Rayna. She sort of extends her hand awkwardly for a handshake. She's not used to this kind of attention. That's why she became a librarian.
It's an honor to meet you, Hildegard. Just gonna intensely shake the hand.
Pleasure is all mine.
Sourdough will give her a wave and go, hi, my name's Sourdough. We've never met.
No, we haven't.
Hi.
These are my new compatriots. You could say it's like old times, but very much more new. Very
But
much
you're
more
only
new.
like 35?
Oh my god.
It's not that old.
Oh,
It's
you're 35?
yes, I'm 35. It's been 10 years
Wow.
since I've been back to the Empire, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh,
Huh.
Hildegard, these new kids these days.
10 years since I was born.
Yeah,
Sourdough, did you hear that? Let your hero Haka called us his compatriots!
Wow.
I don't know what that means.
No, I usually travel alone. This is kind of new. Huh.
Are we
Well,
allowed to fight in the library?
no.
No, don't do that.
Why do you
Like-
want to fight everyone, everywhere, all the time?
The only way to improve yourself and get stronger, of course.
Why do you want to fight everywhere, everything, all at once?
Who told you that?
The master.
Who's your master?
Oh, I forgot his name.
Well, what did
Well,
he
he
teach
mu-
you?
Fight.
He must have not met that much of an impression of you.
Oh no, he was really the only person I knew growing up on the mountain. Only other
Hmm.
person there on the mountain.
You could say he did leave an impression on Vulen in more ways than one.
Yeah, well, he was training me. He taught me how to punch through rocks, how to summon these swords. One time he broke my arms and threw me into a ravine and taught me to swim without using my arms.
Huh?
Sourdough's gonna hear this, and he'll slowly come over and pull you in for a hug.
Aww.
Aw.
Why are you hugging me?
And Sourdough will step back, looking down at the ground without saying a word.
Hildegard just looking at all of this is like, the only fighting that will happen in this library is the rigorous fight between ideals in the Philosopher's Table. Thank you very much.
Oh, where's that?
It's cordoned off for the head philosophers of the Empire. It's invite only and philosophers only. You will need to take a separate aptitude test for that.
Okay.
So I can fight these philosophers?
No.
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 Physically fight
No,
them.
it's like a mental fight. It's like they talk about learning.
Oh, so I
No.
go into their heads and then Valen's gonna use
No,
telepathy.
no,
Open
Ali.
all your minds go like this?
No, Ali told me about this. Philosophers are like people whose job it is to do research and be really smart. He thought I was a philosopher when he traveled with me for a while, and I told him I wasn't.
Oh.
Wait,
so just
didn't
smart
you
people?
leave your friend back?
He's still in the second ring. We'll go get him in a bit. I mean, we just got here
Oh.
like half hour ago.
All right. One thing I want to do is I want to see if there are any recipe books in here.
In fact, there is. Although trying to find a copy is going to take a longer time, I can give them to you once I, prepare a nice selection.
Of course. Take all the time that you need. We'll probably be doing a lot of other things while we're here. It's been so long.
Oh, yeah. Probably ask, do any of you guys know who, Zaka of the Bronze Moon is?
Hildegard immediately just starts chuckling just a little bit.
I think you mean Haka of the Silver Moons.
Who is that?
Thank God, but also you really don't know.
Your name's Flocka, right?
Haka.
Oh, you know who Zaka is? Apparently he's orc.
I'm gonna look up at Vulen, and I'm gonna very genuinely ask him, "Hey, are you okay?"
I mean, physically speaking? Oh, so when I was training with my master, I sort of got my head smashed into several rocks, several trees. I nearly died a couple of times, and then after fighting in the ring, I sort of forget people's names, so I was told that I needed to deliver something to a Yaka of the full moon, so... Don't worry, Sourdough, I haven't forgotten your name.
Yeck,
Sourdough's going to slowly go up and cast Cure Wounds on Vulen.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cure Wounds heals physical pain, not mental ones.
He's trying his best.
Yeck,
Yes.
Yeck, do I remember the name of a weird, crazy person that I used to travel with on my adventures?
Roll a history check with advantage, please.
As you're rolling history, Vulen's just going to go, yes, I was told to look for a half-orc with green skin, strong of arm, loud of voice, pure of heart, and long of speeches.
You see Hildegard, sort of lurching over, trying not to laugh.
It's okay, you can laugh.
I believe that matches the description of Haka quite well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the counter and just, genuinely ask her, do you have any books on medical treatment? I think he needs it.
We do, but you would have better luck at an apothecary.
Yeah, probably.
Vulen, would you like to show the recipe book?
Yeah, so Vulen just goes, when I first got off the mountain, I nearly died on the road out of starvation, and a wizard took me in. An old bird guy, Godfrey Af Davad.
And with that, it just immediately snaps, as you remember one of your companions in your previous adventures, Joffrey Javad.
Joffrey Jasper, that's his name. I remember him. He was one of the legendary heroes. He made delicious pastries on our adventures to help all of us.
He took me hostage for 2 weeks.
You were with Joffrey for 2 weeks, and he taught you, and he broke your bones? No wonder you're like
no,
this.
He didn't break my bones. He just refused to let me leave until I learned how to cook one recipe. It took me 2 weeks to learn how to cook this cheesy bread dish.
The cheese bread that I used to make for the kids. I remember that.
Yeah, I was kind of dying of starvation, and he said that he wouldn't allow me to leave without it, so I tried everything. I tried running away in the middle of the night. I tried, sneak attacks. He kind of created these invisible barriers, shrunk me down to the size of a newt, and threw me in a cake. I couldn't really get away. I mean, I hope so.
You did. Wait, so what did Joffrey want to give me?
He said that he was getting older and he wanted me to give this to a friend of his.
Well,
He said that there was some stuff written in the front part of the book.
May I see it?
Yeah, I'm supposed to deliver it to you, apparently.
Thank you, Vulen. Has he passed away?
No, I don't think he's passed away. He was kind of... I don't really know how healthy he was. He was kind of flying around in a chair the whole time.
And what has he handed me, Yeck?
You remember it very vividly. This was his book of recipes.
Oh,
And there's a little thing from Joffrey to Haka.
Yes.
I'm gonna go directly to there.
Dear Haka, this is Joffrey Shah Shavad. It's been many years since we've last talked, and, well, I fear that my time is going to be coming soon. So with that being said, I started looking back on my life and who I wanted to give some of my recipes and legacies to. I have already found my son, and for better or worse, we have made up. However, when I thought of you and the rest of the kids, I thought of handing you some of my recipes. I'm not giving you the forbidden arts of cooking, though. That might be too much for you to handle. However, I thought of some good food for any future endeavors that you're on, or for any of your own children. One of these is your favorite cheesy bread. Yes. Good luck, Haka. I am going to be enjoying myself to the end of my days. Also, take care of this, elf. Something's wrong with him.
Hugs and kisses, Joffrey Javon.
God! I love how he responds to his own fucking speech in the letter, like, this is your favorite cheesy bread. Yes.
He's
in his letter.
He's sentimental like that.
This is your favorite cheesy bread. I know you like it so.
So with that, you do have a collection of recipes for different things, including cheesy bread, which I will need to add to the recipe list.
Yep, and I have written down in my notes, you have rice pudding, steak and potatoes, and Joffrey's cheesy bread.
All right, there you have it. You now have a recipe book to follow those specific recipes, giving you a +10.
God, that was so many emotions.
That was a good reading. Did you have that on paper, Jstew? Yeah.
No, when I was testing out Audacity with lots of Vulen lines, I was basically doing rambles with the Vulen voice.
Nice.
One of them is talking about his master. The other one is explaining how his 2 weeks with Joffrey went.
No, I mean the letter to Haka from Joffrey. Did you have that written down already?
Oh, that's off the cuff.
Oh, that was off the cuff. Nice.
Wow.
Very, very well done. That's very impressive.
Drop skills.
Yeah, no, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, anything else you guys would like to do in the library?
I'm just gonna peruse around.
You're taking a gander. You're taking a look around at all of these fancy books. Okay. Hildegard actually mentions to you that the Empress wanted to impart you, but there has been some trouble within the Empire, and some things that require your attention. Thus, a bounty board has been set up for you guys to go on missions, compensated for your efforts.
Interesting.
Wow, we get paid for the legendary hero Emperor and Empress?
Yes, correct.
Wait, the Empress is also legendary?
Yes, she has great skill in magics and knowledge. In fact, the Hyrian Library was solely her idea.
I'm going to quickly go over to Vulen and I'll just gently say to him, I don't think it's a very good idea to fight this arena. I've not. The Empire's new to me, but I have a feeling that'd be frowned upon.
Okay.
The Empress is quite powerful. They're the reason.
Really?
The Empress is the reason why I'm able to innately use new magic abilities without the need of a new magic attuning device, even though I do have one.
It's a new magic tuning device.
Oh.
You all saw him use a new magic in the last.
It's this right here. As I pull it out. This is what a lot of new people use these days in order to use new magic. However, as a legendary hero, I'm able to do it without said device.
Wow.
As you guys are talking, I'm going to just wordlessly pull out my new magic locator and just sort of hold it.
Which can be used as a sort of a tuning device, but
Also, let's look at that bounty board. I want to look at that bounty.
Yep.
I remember doing a lot of bounties before I officially met who we would know as the Emperor. He was the...
You were a bounty hunter back in your day?
Not a bounty hunter. I used to be a city guard before I was given a mission to find the Emperor's assassin. But before we did that, we were trying to clear up the northern crescent of many strange individuals known as bandits. There were plenty of them.
I've fought those guys before. They're fun.
They were very quirky, wacky, crazy characters.
First one is a courier job. One of the Emperor's guards would like you to deliver a message to Raysk, a town in the Northern Crescent. He begs you to deliver it as soon as possible and to be discreet about it.
Wait, Raysk?
Yes. So this requires a party size of 1. The next one is Wild or Jazz Hunt. Okay, that's going to be interesting. A party size of 4 is going to be needed for this. The hunting season...
Does it need to be 4 Pacific?
It can be 4 players or NPCs. Your choice. It is hunting season, and the Northern Crescent Militia requires more people to help hunt Rajaz in the outer towns. Otherwise, they might starve for the rest of the month.
What's a Rajaz?
It's essentially a big boar. It's a boar with extra tusks. Catching some ruffians... This is a size of 1. Constable has been getting reports of some young hooligans that have been scribbling insults on the side of houses and stores. sprays, they call it. Must be some kind of gang-related affair. Chopping meat. A butcher needs help chopping meat. A small request, they admit, but the butcher is short-handed today and needs to make deadlines.
Ruben will do it.
I'm pretty sure that's a wanted ad. I don't think that's a bounty.
I need to roll for the wanted and hunting bounties. The hunting bounty is mask mandate. The Empire demands to quell the Blood Moon from causing any more havoc in the capital. They demand 10 Blood Moon masks to help with the outgrowing Splinter tribe.
Oh.
Wait, can
So-
we submit our broken masks?
Yes,
instead?
you can.
Ah, there we go.
Hell yeah.
Yep, they'll take any masks, broken or otherwise, so.
If they just need 10 regular masks, which I'm guessing is 20 broken.
1 broken mask equals a mask. It's essentially just a token saying, hey, I defeated a Blood Moon. So they just need 10.
Over.
We have like over, what was it?
62.
62?
We get
So,
extras for like dumping 20 of them in there.
Yeah.
no, they just need 10.
Can give the rest of the masks to Sourdough and make a cannon.
Very nice. So you completed the wanted and hunting bounty, so good job. You guys earned 25 gold and 50 Empyrean marks.
Hell yeah.
Would people want to do the Empire and Northern Crescent bounty?
Question.
Answer.
Is the butcher shop in the, like, artisan town?
Yes, it is in Guildtown.
Okay, because, like, I have assumed you're going to go to Guildtown at some point to help with that dumpling shop. So if we're there, I could just send Ruben to do the butcher shop quest.
Okay. You guys can do these bounties at any point. You can do the special bounties, or you can go interact with other NPCs. Kiara being the only available one for now.
That is true.
She's around town. Vulen is going to talk to her.
Which Sam is not available right now.
Yes, they're in the Third Ring Bazaar.
All right. I'm going to get Sam and talk to his aunt and see if Sam's looking for work.
Okay. So one person wants to go talk to Kiara, another person wants to go to the Third Ring Bazaar. What is everybody else doing? Would you like to roll for one of the bounties, and we'll just say that's what you did?
Okay, yeah, sure, that works.
So you can either do the guild bounties or the bounties that the Empire has assigned you to do.
I'll help the dumpling shop, as I said I would.
All right. Gathering ingredients would probably be the best, or if you want to use your cooking check to help with that as well.
I will cook.
Okay. Roll a cooking check.
That's an 18.
Nice. Good job. You succeeded. 35 profit points is awarded to Guildtown. So now the total is 85.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
This is Genshin. This is Genshin.
Nuh-uh. Catching some ruffians is still available.
Are the young hooligans, are they just like teenagers or is it like children? Because children will
Yeah,
drop
like
both
teenager hooligans.
So this could turn into a fight is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, this is just going to be a roll to see if you guys like succeed or not, so.
I'll do the hooligans.
Vulen, roll me a dexterity.
Not 20, so 25.
Okay. Through bounding leaps and jumps, you manage to run and catch the small gang, allowing the authorities to round them all up. Another good day for justice. The constable awards you 4 silver pieces and 2 Empyrean marks.
Okay, so I just imagine Vulen just unsheathing the psionic blade, unsheathing the serrated edge. They're just chasing a bunch of teenagers around the back alleys.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what happened.
Oh man, those kids are going to be
And
terrified.
your reputation with the Empire has increased. I'm keeping track of that, so you don't have to
you
worry
keep
about it.
track of reputation.
I'll do the courier.
Roll me dexterity.
All right, 15 total.
15. Going into the paths well traveled, you make it into the town just in time. You pick up your fee of 5 silver and 2 Empyrean marks.
You want to go shopping, right, Sourdough?
Yeah.
All right, so you two decide to go shopping.
Fuck yeah.
Boop.
I guess I'll be going with them as well.
All right. Through most of the markets in the bazaar, you actually meet a very familiar catfolk.
Wait.
A very large, rotund catfolk, essentially trying to sell wares, and is like, "Come on, I got a business deal. Do you want it or not?"
Rajiuk?
Ah, Haka. It's so good to see you again, my friend.
Good to see you again, Rajiuk. How's business going?
More or less, it has its ups and downs. You actually managed to also see a small halfling that's packing heat. Is like, hey, no loitering. Haka? This small halfling you know as Jasper.
Oh my god!
Jasper,
What are you doing here?
it's a long story, but basically, they got me out of retirement.
Well, whatever they're doing, keep me out of it.
Oh, don't worry. I don't even know exactly what they want. The Emperor hasn't come back yet.
Whatever you guys are doing, I'm gonna leave it to you guys, because I had my fair share of being shot at, exploded, controlled at one point, almost eaten alive.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ugh.
Ugh. Speaking of which, how's your wife doing?
My wife, she's doing great.
My wife.
Eyes shifting, just sort of goes over to Haka and whispers, like, she has her appetite in check, right?
My wife has been fine.
What?
Jasper, don't talk about that in public, Jasper.
Ah, fine. So, what are you in for?
Well, I was going to check on people that need work, but actually, while I'm here, you've heard of Guildtown, yeah?
Ah, yes, I'm, well aware. A bit, down in the dumps, let's say.
Me and my compatriots visited, and we're trying to bring it back up and improve on it.
That's the legendary hero for you. Can't leave well enough alone. Fine. I'm assuming you want my help.
Well, of course, Rajiuk. Who better to advertise the legendary hero than the man that supplied the legendary hero his need of armaments?
That I can still do, but...
Oh.
Yes, I have wares for any commoner and special wares for the legendary hero himself. Though, my stock has been a little bit dry as of late. You'll probably have to come back for my newer stuff.
That's completely fair. Also, Rayna, you should probably know these two as well.
Yep, Jasper is one of the legendary heroes, as well as Rajiuk being, I guess, their merchant companion.
Yeah. I was gonna turn to Sourdough and be like, Sourdough, it's the legendary hero, Jasper, and the legendary trader, Rajiuk.
I don't know who those are, but they said they were arms dealers?
Yeah.
Ooh. And I'm gonna like slowly start walking over.
Not arms. Personal defense devices. We're advertising it to have it for more, they find armaments a bit, too aggressive.
Since we're no longer trying to rebel against the Empire, God, things change in 10 years.
Well, more things change, the more things stay the same.
I mean, you supply firearms, right? Just like what this guy has down here. I go to Jasper and I say hello and I greet him in halfling.
Jasper just sort of looks at you weirdly, and then just says hello back.
Hi. Can I take a look at the gear you're carrying? It looks very sophisticated.
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Can I roll an investigation check to just see if I could like tell what he's carrying at a glance?
Yes. Go ahead.
Sourdough sees guns and he's interested. That's a 13.
You see Jasper is kind of like strapped to the teeth, like with all different types of firearms. However, most of them are either holstered or concealed, so it's hard to tell. But he has like essentially well-modified pistols, rifles, and a shotgun in there for good measure.
But yeah, Sourdough will just be like, oh, you do custom modifications on your weaponry as well?
Yeah, well, I mean, we get some of the techs from the engineer corps to do it, but,
Ooh. I'd very much like to meet them. And I bring out my own pistol and like very gently show them. I've dabbled in my own upgrades from time to time.
Wait, Jasper immediately goes to Haka, is like, wait, you haven't showed them Engineer Liu yet?
No, I haven't yet. Considering that we sort of just got here, dealt with some blood moons, several things that happened. But we'll eventually get there when we get there.
Oh, well, if you manage to find her again, tell her I said congratulations. And, she'll know what that means.
About being an engineer, or...
She'll know what it means.
Oh my god.
Oh, what? Okay. I do have some modified weapons myself, but they're more rudimentary.
Not bad.
And then there's the special one. I only whip that out when I need to.
Right.
Why did you say it like that, legendary hero Haka?
Okay.
It just immediately snaps in Jasper's. It's like, oh, that thing. Freaks me out every single time.
Yes, so let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's not.
I love this.
I guess if you ever need modifications done, I can do them for you if you want. But it looks like you've got a pretty good handle on it already.
Yeah, I know people.
My name's Sourdough, by the way, and I give him a handshake.
Pleasure to meet you, Sourdough.
Give him a handshake.
I'm running over there. It's like talking to myself. It's so weird.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. For people that don't know, in the previous unrecorded campaign, this is Emerald's previous character.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They retired.
Rightfully so, man.
Yeah, no, Jasper has definitely been through a lot. More than a halfling should.
They killed the stupid chicken. That's all they gotta do, okay?
Yeah. That's an even longer story. Jasper also shakes your hand and is like, can I help you?
the
Yes,
sniper.
yes, the legendary hero Jasper, the one and only halfling gunslinger. Thank you. Can we move this along?
When you say it like that, I
Well,
guess.
While these two are shopping, I'm going to go check on Sam. So yeah,
Who's the fella called?
The catfolk?
Rajiuk.
Yeah. I probably do want to dig around in Rajiuk to see what he has, but if you guys want to do something first, go nuts.
Yep. Sourdough, you can go shopping there. Haka is going to go over to the pet shop, where he is meted by Serval. It's like, oh, the legendary hero Haka. How,
Please, it's just me. I've known your son and your brother for years. You're good neighbors. You're good friends. You can just call me Haka.
Okay, Haka, how can I, help you?
I know that you've also been dealing with some money troubles, and recently there's a place in Guildtown that needs extra hands at a butcher's shop. And I already know that Sam, great hard worker, and I wanted to bring him over and see if that would be a good place for him for work.
Well, Sam is a farmer. I don't know if he... What does Guildtown specifically need help in?
Well, specifically, Guildtown's trying to come back up, and me and my other compatriots have been trying to build it back up, and the butcher shop looks like it needs extra hands. And since there's only one person there.
Okay. He is, despite his appearances, he is a fast learner. I guess it wouldn't hurt.
I know he has a good work ethic, if anything, and that's why I've seen Sam since he's been helping me at my farm.
Yes, Sam isn't here at the moment. I sent him out to buy some groceries, but I'll pass down the message to him, and he will go to the guild town at first thing in the morning.
Alright. Also, will he be alright getting groceries?
Oh, Dad, he'll be fine. It's just a block down.
I mean, how long has it been since he's getting groceries?
5 minutes. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Alright, a part of me doesn't believe it because Sam has made mistakes in the past, and this is the first time he's been in the city.
Yeah.
I kinda want to check on Sam.
Well, maybe you can later.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then I will go back to Rayna and Sourdough.
Okay. You two reconvene with Haka.
Or is Haka reconvening with us?
Yeah, Haka's reconvening with you guys. So.
Okay, but yeah. I was gonna do my whole thing of Rajiuk is Nedu, so I'll greet him in Nedu. And I'm gonna ask him specifically if he has any shotguns in stock.
Mm-hmm. He actually greets you back in perfect form, so it's like a sort of call and response. So he responds perfectly, and he's like, "That's an interesting accent."
Oh, just from one of the backwater towns that you wouldn't know of.
I've explored a lot of the Nedu Plains in my time, as well as the Birdfolk tribes and also the Northern Crescent. Try me.
Oh, you wouldn't know.
Go ahead. What's the matter? Claw got your tongue.
No.
He sort of chuckles a little bit. It's like, all right, what do you want to buy?
Do you have any shotguns in stock at all?
Yes, I believe we do have a shotgun. I have modifications that are specific to firearms as well.
I'll take a look.
Yep.
I'll just tell him, unfortunately nothing I can afford at the moment, but these are all really nice pieces. I'll be sure to come back here straight away when I have the money for it.
Yep, minted by the Military Engineer Corps themselves.
Oh yeah, I can tell. Very high quality.
Only the best.
Keep it in good shape.
Well, Jasper has been helping me maintain them as well, but yeah, I can't take all of the credit. You hear Jasper just shouting from across the room. He's like, hasn't stopped you before.
Oh, you two do very good work.
He sort of gives a nod.
You see, Haka is writing down grocery list of stuff. This will take me a bit, but I'm definitely gonna be buying a good amount of stuff from you, Rajiuk.
Well, some things never change.
Things never change.
Can I get some minor magical components?
You may.
Fallen's going to head over to the third bazaar to shop for some stuff.
All right. So you guys sort of see Vulen sort of meandering his way over there.
So does Fallen see Rajiuk?
Yes, he does. In fact, he's kind of in the center of everything because he's sort of the one that's running this operation.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
All right. Well, what do you do, Vulen?
Fallen just pops his head up to the crowd and just goes, oh, I know that guy. He's going to walk over, just walk straight over to him and just tap him on the shoulder.
Hey, what? Oh, it's you.
Huh?
Hey.
You know Rajiuk?
I believe he participated in one of my side ventures.
Yeah, the underground arena.
I mean, it depends. Is Asteri there?
No.
No.
It's one thing to participate, it's another thing to own.
Yeah, true enough.
Vulen's actually going to go, was my opponent last time? Is he doing all right?
My cousin, yes. He is doing just fine, although he has a bit of a bruised ego.
Well, if he wants to, I'm telling him that I'm willing to accept a rematch at any time.
Maybe if he actually learns to fight fair this time.
Anyway, is the store open right now?
Why, yes, it is.
Do you have anything that would be good for combat or any one-use magic scrolls or such?
We just happen to have a delivery of scrolls from the Ministry of Magics, as well as trinkets and armor attachments for your perusal.
Okay, let's look at weapon and armor attachments.
So everything is available.
Do the gauntlets work with Fang Homad to just give me a +2 to slapping people?
So yes, hands are considered a melee weapon, so it would give you a +2 to damage rolls.
35 gold?
Yep.
Owen has 14 gold on him, and we have 30 gold in the party.
Well, does the party want to give up that gold?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fine.
fine.
That's fine. I'm going to be purchasing 2 grain, 1 milk, 7 salt, 2 spices, and 3 vegetables, which is going to be 2 gold, 7 silver, and 9 broad.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I will say the Vortex Palm gauntlet that you guys got, you can either wear that or you can wear the Warrior's gauntlets. You can't wear both.
Oh, dang.
Okay, let me just double check something real quick.
I have gotten the supplies for when I eventually learn Steak and Tails, but I also have the ingredients for if we go back to the kitchen, back to Forbidden Court, I can make everyone late night shield ease.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
I'll have to go through the mechanics of learning recipes, but that'll be for another day. So, with that, I think we have enough time to either interact with some more NPCs, or we could just end it here and leave it for next time.
I did want Vulen to talk to Kiara.
Okay, so Vulen will go over to Kiara.
I want to go chat with the Empress again.
Sourdough is going to go back to the Forbidden Court, which he is allowed, and Vulen is
Can I
going
come
to...
with you?
Okay, with who specifically?
Empress.
Empress? Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Vulen and Kiara. Kiara is essentially actually helping out a bit with cleaning up the mess that happened last session with the warehouse. And she sort of just looks over to you, Vulen, and is like, hey, it's you.
Hello again there.
Came to volunteer for the cleanup?
A volunteer.
He just goes, not quite. I came to say hi and ask if you wanted to duel.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not really in the dueling spirit. So grab a broom and help me, or, you can just stand there, I guess.
It doesn't seem productive. I'll grab a broom.
You start grabbing a broom and you start sweeping around.
And Vulen, as he's sweeping, is just going to go, so when you use that shield to block that attack for me, how did you, you did some weird way of, reaching around me and, putting the shield around. How did you do that?
She just goes to you. It's pure instinct. I don't even think about it. When Haka actually took me in to the Silver Moons, whenever I was going through training, my first instinct is to always jump to anybody who needs help and take the hit for them. I guess I got good at it.
Vulen just goes, it is definitely useful if you have a shield. Without a shield, it seems practical.
Or impractical. Yeah, I mean, I would sort of pick up anything that could cover my body and use with it. I used to take wooden planks and just, use that. This tower shield is a little bit better. Sort of gives a bit of a smile as she starts still brooming.
Vulen's just you certainly use it well enough.
Yeah, well, it's a self-taught style, so.
I found that there's a lot to be said about people that are self-taught. They don't think those that go to those swordsmanship schools, I believe they were called.
Yeah, those hoity-toity lesser nobles at the Second Ring District. I could probably show them, see how their fancy footwork can't really hold up if they get a shield in their face.
Vulen's yeah, my master was more of a practical teacher than a by-the-book sort.
Well, yeah, we don't exactly have masters where I'm from. It's just teachers. Everybody's kind of the same in the Silver Moons. It's a little bit hard to explain.
I'm sure that I probably don't understand it too well just because this is sort of my first time outside the mountains.
Mountains? Like the Felivir Mountains?
Oh, I actually don't know what mountains they are.
There's the Akehouse Plateaus, the Elovir Mountains, the Ancient's Crown?
Vulen just goes, I was sort of just raised on mountains, and when I got off the mountains, because my master said that I should venture around to actually find my own blade, he put it, I don't know where I was. Just sort of wandered into a nearby town and went from town to towns. There was a kingdom of elves, a kingdom of dwarves. It was some place where a lot of people were halflings. I accidentally offended them when I thought they were a village of children. Some that I met at a bar taught me some weird words that helped me start fight. They said they were mad.
Huh.
Let me see. I got lost out at sea and had to swim for about 2 days till I reached some islands. There was this big flat place with a lot of grass where a lot of bird folk were, and I completely have forgotten the names of all of them. And then I realized that once I did get a map, I actually don't know where my starting point was.
Kiara just sort of looks at you, like, puts a finger up, and then, like, it slowly retracts back down. It's like, you're a very odd fellow, Vulen.
Oh, yeah, I get that a lot.
Well, if you need anything, the Silver Moons will always be able to provide.
Do you think that the Silver Moons can have sparring partners every once in a while?
I know a couple, but, well, it's going to be hard trying to find one of your weight class, let's say.
I think I only weigh about 160 pounds, I think, so...
That's not really what I mean. She says, just sort of like folding her arms. Someone to your skill level, I mean.
Mullen goes, you know of any sword masters inside this city that would be able to teach me something?
Well, other
Or
than
at
the
least
Emperor
give me one for
himself,
my money?
not that I can think of.
Wait, the Emperor himself?
Yeah, he's really good with swords.
Like, how good are we talking?
Well, I mean, you can ask Haka about it. You'd probably know more about the Emperor's exploits than I do. Apparently his sword swings were so fast they sparked with lightning.
I think
Mullen
that just means he's
gets this
cheating.
excited look on his face. He still has the mantle of joy on, beaming out, radiating.
Are you okay?
Mullen's just like, sounds like he'd be an amazing challenge, and I could learn so much.
The Emperor, I heard, is very jovial, but I don't know how he would entertain the thought of a sword fight.
Well, I could make it into the Forbidden Court well enough, so maybe I can convince him to fight.
Yeah, we'll see how long that invitation to the Forbidden Court lasts for you.
Maybe I can convince this Haka guy to let me fight him.
Sure, try going with that. We'll see how well that goes.
By the way, is Haka an orc, an elf?
Haka is an orc, yes.
Yes. I'm not here, but
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Haka.
He's trying to
Mullen
remember
turns
my
up, like,
name.
sweeping and goes, now, I need to find where this Tonka is. And starts...
She sort of just rolls her eyes as you guys continue to sweep. You actually managed to have a little bit of a bond with Kiara. Good job.
Good job. This is Genshin.
This is not Genshin, shut up.
It also seems that Kiara likes long walks on the beach and nice cocktails. Try complimenting her.
I was complimenting her on shield skills, if nothing else.
Yep.
So she knows how to use protection.
Oh my god!
Nice. Sourdough and Rayna, you guys travel back to the Imperial Court.
While you two are doing that, I'm actually going to talk to someone that I haven't talked to or went to all those parties. I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah.
Talk to the Royal Vizier.
Oh, okay. So you see the Empress just turning around. It's like, oh, hello again.
I will give the floor to Rayna to do her thing first.
It's just completely like fangirl again.
Yeah, you know, I think they're still starstruck. You might want to go first.
No, I insist.
just like just vibrating. The Empress just sort of looks at you as like, young caboose, is there something I can help you with?
She remembered my name.
Yes, it was on the invitation. She just looks to Sourdough. It's like, can I help you?
Oh, yeah, a couple things. Do you know about my friend Ali, who's out there right now?
Oh, yes. I believe he would be at the junction station. He might have moved around a bit since then.
Yeah. Would you mayhaps give him the same permissions I have? I'll be entirely honest. He's the one who did most of the work on that dissertation. I didn't know anything about philosophers or the dissertations or anything before he came along, so if anyone deserves the credit for getting me in, it's him.
Yeah, she just sort of has that confused, like, huh, face. I can talk about that with my husband. For now, if it's that important, then I will give Ali access to the Forbidden Court as well, if need be.
Alright, thank you. And I guess, is there any more work you wanted me to do for you besides just dropping off those pieces?
Oh, you gave the new magic device to Hildegard. No, nothing yet. There was, the matter of dealing with the blood moons, but of course that can't be solved in one day. So I'll leave that in your capable hands for now. Is there anything else you'd wish to talk to me about?
No, I think that's for all for now. Just know that I am, well, I guess you're the reason I'm here, so if there's anything you need from me, Zarina, just let me know.
He's a little bit like, Serena?
It's Nedu.
Ah, I see. All right. Well, if there's anything that me or when my husband arrives needs, you will be the first to know.
Thank you.
Rayna's raising their hand, like waiting for like a school teacher to call on them.
Yes, young lady Caboose?
Okay. I was wondering if you know any about the location of my dad, Theon Caboose?
Theon Caboose. The warrior poet, correct?
Yeah.
Well, that's under more military matters, which was my husband's area of expertise. So he would probably know more about it. If I remember correctly, he was being mobilized for the task that actually you will have a hand in.
What?
He's been called back into service.
We haven't heard from him in 5 days.
He hasn't been sending you any letters whatsoever.
No.
That's a little bit worrying. I'll have to send that down to the chain of command, see if any of Lord Commanders are able to rectify this issue.
Thank you.
Yes. Anything for our guests.
Call me a guest?
Is that an incorrect statement? She sort of looks.
No. I pinch me. I feel like I'm dreaming.
Will that be all?
I believe so, yes. Thank you. And I'll give her, like, a respectful but still sort of clumsy bow and then, like, turn around to leave.
Yep. She sort of nods her head in appreciation as she just sort of walks to other Empress duties. Haka, as you're going through the royal court, you actually see the Vizier. Vamir is actually going around getting a bunch of bed sheets and silken pillows. Still getting ready the guest rooms for all of you. So he doesn't even notice. He's, like, busy.
Vamir, how do I go?
He just sort of
about
looks.
this?
Yes, legendary hero Haka, is it?
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you need this time?
This is more of a proper apology for not being present for most of the events that you handwritten yourself. After serving the Empire for years, and then after the great fight against Dowager Empress and all of the enemies, I needed a break from this place that I've called my home. Even though I did start the Silver Moons to help the people and connect with the Empire more, it appears that work like that is never truly done.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
He's mad. He's not too happy with your shenanigans.
Persuasion with disadvantage?
Yes.
12!
He has like that permanent scowl on him as he sort of looks at you, takes a deep breath, and it's like, well, I guess since you apologized so nicely, I can let bygones be bygones. But I would tell you, when you rejected my invitations, it wasn't just me you were rejecting, it was the Emperor and Empress, your good friends, as it were. Was that your words, specifically? He's just taking the emotional knife and, like, twisting. Do I have that correct, legendary hero Haka?
Yes, you would be correct.
Good. Well, for the sake of their friendship and yours, I suggest that you would be more timely, let's say, for the next ceremonies. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
Good. As he just sort of like walks off. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to prepare your room. You can roll an insight, if you want.
I'll roll in insight. That's a 10.
Yeah, even though he said he'd let bygones be bygones, he's still a bit pissed at you.
I assume at this point Sourdough will come out and be like, oh, I can help you with those if you need.
No need. After all, it is...
No, it's no problem. I mean, it's our rooms after all.
Well, if you insist, that would be a massive load off my shoulders. Not like I have to write more invitations anyway.
I'll work on my own room to lighten the load.
It would be much appreciated. As he just sort of keeps walking.
No, I will like catch up to him and like offer to take some of the stuff from him.
Yep. It's essentially like bedding material.
Mm-hmm.
Very comfortable bedding material, might I add.
Oh wow, this is a bit of an improvement from what I've been sleeping with.
The highest quality.
Yeah.
The grace that the Empire could afford.
Yeah, well, I've been on the road for a while, so, I've made do with what I have. And I, like, point back to my big backpack, and there's a very, like, rough-spun wool gray blanket, sort of, like, bound with belts and a roll on the top of it. It's been about what I've had to go with for a while, which I've been in the desert, so it hasn't gotten too cold, but, nice change of pace.
10 years of not listening to your friends.
Yeah,
I wonder he's mad at you.
That guy doesn't really like you that much.
Perhaps many don't like me for not being here as much as I should.
I like you, Haka.
Yeah.
Aww.
Thank you.
I give you a smile.
I think you're neat.
Now pay up.
Die, Imperial scum. Fucking twist the century, fucking Sauros, fucking terrorists.
Oh my
Well,
god.
Amara is technically.
Man, this kind of hit a little too hard.
He explained why he was very pissed off at you. It wasn't necessarily you ignoring his letters. It's more that he was essentially working for the Emperor and Empress, which are essentially your best friends, and you just put them on hold. Well, at least that's Vimir's perspective on it anyway. Seems like the Empress is still amiable with you, at least.
For now.
For now.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of work to do.
Yes, you do. And while you guys are preparing your bedrooms and doing all of your tasks, we are going to end it here.